Have you ever, pictured a dream so clearly, so real you can almost touch it? Especially, when that dream involves a big financial change. It's this really old human thing, isn't it? This deep desire to, make our dreams real. Well, today, we're doing a deep dive into exactly that. How these kind of timeless manifestation ideas, specifically using a vision board, are supposed to help you nail a really ambitious goal like winning the lottery. We've pulled together insights from, honestly, a whole stack of sources, everything from ancient ideas about energy to modern self-help stuff, and some real classic books, too.
Right. And a vision board, basically, it's a visual map of what you want. Think of it like a collage, Physical or digital, doesn't matter. Its job is to give you clarity and focus. It's like seeing your dreams right there in front of you.
And our mission today is really to give you the shortcut, the key nuggets from all this material on how these principles are, supposed to work for something huge like a lottery win. We're going to unpack the why and the how, drawing from all these different sources so you can kind of get the core ideas fast. Before we go on, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and like the video. This podcast is known as the Deep Seek Diaries, and you can find us on the major social media platforms like YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Linked in the description section are all the resources of discussion today, including books, websites, and so on. Please go through our terms and conditions as soon as you can. Now sit back and enjoy the podcast. Okay, let's unpack this then. For people maybe already familiar with vision boards, why is this tool supposedly so effective? Especially for something like a lottery win, which seems so, random.
Yeah, it's more than just pretty pictures. So the sources really stress its main job, giving you intense clarity and focus. It's like a constant visual reminder, a roadmap. Just making it forces you to figure out exactly what you want, which is powerful itself and psychologically. It's creative, it sharpens focus, and it encourages, an optimistic outlook, which, hey, is linked to better mental health, less stress.
Okay, so it helps you focus.
Yeah.
But how does a board, a physical thing, connect to something like winning the lottery? What's the actual mechanism supposed to be?
That's where the law of attraction comes in. It's this core idea that your main thoughts, good or bad, pull similar experiences into your life. The thinking is you and your thoughts are energy, right? And energy attracts energy. So you kind of draw in what you focus on. Manifestation is like the modern, more action-oriented version of this. It involves visualizing, yes, asking the universe, but, and this is key also, taking real steps. Ralph Trine said it way back. The law of attraction works universally, and we attract whatever we desire or expect.
Okay. But I can hear some people thinking, isn't that just wishful thinking, especially for the lottery? What makes it more than just dreaming? What's the real engine?
Good question. And the answer, according to these sources, is belief and the subconscious mind. You'll often hear things like the law of your mind is the law of belief. If you genuinely deeply believe something will happen, you naturally start acting in ways that make it more likely. You find determination. And some sources get really interesting talking about quantum theory law of attraction, the idea that your focused belief might actually sort of nudge probability, almost like a placebo effect on reality itself. The subconscious is often described like fertile soil, it just grows whatever seed, whatever thought you plant there. So by consciously feeding it positive thoughts, affirmations, you can kind of reprogram it for what you want, like financial abundance. This influences your choices, maybe makes you notice opportunities. The vision board, it acts as this bridge, constantly feeding that conscious desire into the subconscious, helping to push out those limiting beliefs you might have.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting. What about lucky girl syndrome? We heard a lot about that. Is it just a trend, or is it actually these same principles playing out right now?
Ah, yes, lucky girl syndrome. It definitely blew up for a bit. And yeah, it's basically a modern take on the law of attraction. The core idea is repeating mantras, really believing good things will happen, and then they supposedly do. It fits perfectly with the idea that you become what you think about. What's kind of new there is the social aspect, right? Sharing it online. It's like amplifying the belief, this collective positive expectation. It might even turbocharge the effect. If you truly consistently see yourself as lucky, that belief shapes how you see things, how you act. You spot opportunities, feel more confident. It can become a self-fulfilling prophecy, maybe even for the lottery.
That's fascinating how these ideas adapt. Okay, so if someone listening is thinking, all right, I want to try this for a lottery win, where do they start? Give us the practical, step-by-step, distilled from these sources.
Okay, yeah. The sources lay out a pretty clear path. Let's call it 4 main steps. Step 1, define your financial vision with absolute precision. This is crucial. Not just, I want to win the lottery. No. You need specifics. Napoleon Hill in Think and Grow Rich hammers this home. Decide exactly how much money, set a definite date you intend to have it by. That sharp focus is key. And it can't just be a casual wish. You need what Hill calls a burning desire. That intensity is what drives you. Practically, write it down. A clear statement or write on your vision board. And Hill suggested reading it aloud twice a day, morning and night. That's auto-suggestion, drilling it into your subconscious. Step 2. Craft your high vibration lottery vision board. Now, the board itself, it's your tangible tool. It gives you that clarity and focus we talked about, helps align your, let's say, vibrations with what you want. It's central for visualization. Visualization activates your creative side, helps you really feel what winning would be like. Florence Scovel Shinn said, "What man images sooner or later externalizes." But here's a really important point. The board shouldn't just be about money itself. It needs to capture the feeling and the experience of abundance. What does that win mean for your life?
Okay, that makes sense. So when actually making the board, what are the real must-dos to make it work, according to these principles?
Right. 3 things really jump out. Precision, strong emotion, and daily interaction. First, precision. Like we said, be totally specific. Don't just slap lottery win on there. Put the exact amount, say $50 million lottery win, and that definite date. Write it big and clear. Second, vivid emotion. Use images that make you feel abundant, pictures of what the win enables: the house, the travel, helping family, maybe just peace of mind represented somehow. Bank statements with big numbers. Also use words freedom, joy, security, and powerful affirmations. I am a lottery winner. Money flows to me freely and joyously. Things that resonate and spark that feeling. And third, daily engagement. Don't just hang it up and forget it. Put it somewhere you'll see it constantly. Bedroom, office, maybe your phone background. Then spend a few minutes with it every day. Really visualize having already won. Feel the joy, the relief. Say your affirmations out loud with feeling. And importantly, feel gratitude. Be thankful for the win as if it's already yours and for what you have now. Gratitude's a powerful frequency, attracts more good stuff.
I hope you're enjoying the topic so far. Please subscribe to the Deep Seek Diaries and like this video. Don't forget you can find us on the major social media platforms like YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Linked in the description section are all the resources and discussion today, including books, websites, and so on. Okay, this definitely sounds like more than just arts and crafts. What about the mental side? The ongoing mindset you need? Because keeping that positive vibe going, especially with lottery odds, must be tough.
Oh, absolutely. That's step 3. Cultivating the mindset of a winner. And it is ongoing work. This involves those consistent mental practices. Affirmations like, I'm a magnet for money. Work to reprogram your subconscious. The vision board is your constant visual reminder, making them stick better. And gratitude, again, it's huge. Focusing on what you do have shifts your whole energy from lack to abundance. That attracts more positive things. Maybe put symbols of gratitude right on your board. But here's the hard part. Overcoming limiting beliefs, doubts, fears. You have to actively identify and challenge those thoughts that say, this is impossible, or I'm not lucky. Florence Scovel Shinn had a great line, fear is only inverted faith. Negative thoughts just drain your energy. You got to counter them. The vision board helps by constantly showing you the positive alternative, crowding out the negativity. Bob Proctor's idea, the law of polarity, is useful too. Finding the positive in any situation helps keep your vibration high, even when things aren't going perfectly. And you hit the nail on the head. The lottery context makes this really challenging. Facing those low odds, maybe not winning week after week. It takes serious mental discipline, resilience, unshakable faith almost. You have to keep up that positive self-talk, that feeling of expectation, even when results aren't there yet. The vision board is your anchor in those moments, reminding you what you're aiming for.
Right. So it's definitely not passive. It's not just thinking happy thoughts and waiting.
Yeah.
What about actual real-world action? How do these sources blend the mental stuff with, actually doing things?
Exactly. Which brings us to step 4. Inspired action and unwavering persistence. Manifesting isn't passive wishing. It absolutely requires action. All the mental work, the vision board, belief, affirmations, that's the catalyst. It's meant to inspire and align your physical actions. For the lottery, well, the obvious action is buying the tickets, consistently. But maybe doing it with, as some sources suggest, joyful expectation, not desperation. Wallace D. Wattles talked about acting in a certain way, focusing on creation, not competition. It implies a mindset of adding value, embracing abundance in how you approach things, even buying a ticket, and patience is key. Big goals like this might not happen overnight. You need persistence, faith. Keep going, even when you don't see immediate proof. Like Shinn said, man must prepare for the thing he asked for when there isn't the slightest sign of it in sight. Take those inspired steps anyway. Act as if...
Okay, so digging into these ideas, it's clear they're not brand new. What are the historical roots? Who are the key thinkers that really shaped these principles we've been talking about?
Yeah, it's fascinating how consistent the core ideas are across different authors, different decades. It suggests there's a solid framework here within sort of the New Thought and self-help movements. A lot of this literature popped up in the early 20th century. It was a time of big changes, industrialization, economic shifts. These ideas offered people a sense of control, of personal power. You've got giants like Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, all about definite purpose, that burning desire for a specific sum, having a plan. The vision board is the visual for that definite purpose. Then Wallace D. Wattles, The Science of Getting Rich. His certain way of thinking, clear vision, gratitude. The vision board is that clear vision made tangible. Charles F. Hannell with the Master Key System, focusing on thought power, concentration, mental exercises. The board becomes your focus point for that concentration. Joseph Murphy, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, all about reprogramming the subconscious with positive thoughts, visualization. The vision board is feeding that input constantly. And Norman Vincent Peale, The Power of Positive Thinking. He talked about prayer-eyes, picture-eyes, actualize. The vision board is literally the picture-eyes step. Florence Scoble-Shinn emphasizing the imaging faculty, the power of your words and thoughts, choosing faith over fear. The board is how you practice that imaging. And even earlier, William Walker Atkinson talked about thought vibration, how positive thoughts create an energy that attracts similar outcomes. The vision board helps you generate and hold on to those positive vibrations.
Wow. Okay. So when you pull it all together, what's the big takeaway for someone listening as we wrap up this deep dive on manifesting a lottery win?
I think the main takeaway is that aiming for a lottery win, or really any big financial goal using these principles, it's a whole process. It's dynamic. It blends your conscious intention, getting super clear on what you want with reprogramming your subconscious mind, and then taking action that's aligned with that belief. The vision board is like the central hub, the visual anchor keeping everything focused. The law of attraction, fueled by genuine belief and those high vibration feelings like gratitude and joy, that's the magnet. And it's a big but consistent inspired action is what actually builds the bridge between your inner world and the outer result. You have to do the work. And it becomes this cycle, right? Your conscious effort, like using the board, strengthens your belief. That stronger belief inspires you to act. Even small positive signs reinforce the belief, creating this upward spiral. The wisdom from all those classic authors shows this isn't just fluff. It's a framework suggesting the power to shape your reality, even financially, really lies in your mind through consistent application of these principles. And the vision board, it's a super practical tool to help you do just that.
So, considering all this, maybe the question isn't just about the lottery. How could you apply this focus harnessing your mind, using a visual anchor to any goal that seems impossible right now? What impossible dream might you start picturizing today? I hope you've enjoyed today's episode of the Deep Seep Diaries. Please don't forget to check out the linked resources in the description section. Hit the subscribe and like buttons as you head off if you haven't already. Until the next episode, goodbye.